Hey everyone, welcome to yet another episode of the Passionpreneur Show. My name is Neetu Rishi. I'm the owner of Success Door. It is a coaching academy for youth and adults. But many people know me as an author. Few people know me as a pageant coach, as a model, as a show director. But I think one word that describes me best is passionpreneur, because I converted my passion into a thriving business. And through this show, we bring people who can inspire you and share that nothing is overnight success. It's the hard work, it's the passion that they put into, they believe in themselves, and that's why we are here to share those stories with you. And today, I have an amazing guest with me. But before that, let me thank our sponsor for today.
Fly. First, Love Yourself is a show for you, a stage waiting for you, a platform crafted for you, an experience for a lifetime, where you don't have to fit in the criteria set by society of height, weight, age, size, or looks. What matters is just love yourself and be yourself as you are, the limited edition, and show the world that you are worthy. Bring your passion, your hobby, your business, your talent, your bucket list. Let's not settle at being a model. Let's be a role model. Let's celebrate you. Let's create memories together.
It's because of the sponsors who take care of the logistics, and we are able to bring these stories for you. So, are you excited to meet our guest for today? None other than Mr. Sumeerwij. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Thank you so much for being here. I know you have a lot of things juggling, but you are here. Your time is precious. A little bit about him. He's the CEO and founder at the Guided Gains Services. They help you to set goals and achieve those long-term financial goals. We all know we work hard for money, but no one tells us how to take care of that money, how to earn more money, how to save money. That is also important. So we are going to know that in a moment. So are you ready?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Are you ready to share all the secrets about finances? Should we ask how much finances he has? But yes, let's get to the point and learn more about that. So Sumeer, I know you have a luxurious corporate life. It's easy, 9 to 5, go to work, spend time with your family on weekends, go out, party hard. What made you do this? What made you to decide, come out of the comfort zone and do this hustle?
So, Neetu, thank you for first of all having me. It's an honor. Coming out of my full-time corporate life, that was having me live my life very comfortably. But at the same time, I had a dream. I came to this country at a very young age. Mm-hmm. I've seen my parents throughout their life working a 9 to 5 type lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And that's what I always wanted to have a dream that I wanted to change my family's trend. Okay. I wanted to do something for myself and even my next generation that they could, be like, hey, you know what, this is something new that we, applied for. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I knew it was not easy. I had to learn. I had to literally gain the right type of knowledge for me to execute it the right way. But and I needed somebody who can actually get me onto that platform.
All right.
So to do that, at a very young age, almost 16, 17 years of age, I kind of realized that this is something that I wanted to achieve. Mm-hmm. I started having a mindset of like an entrepreneurship, where I wanted to be, do something outside of my regular, paycheck life or corporate life. Mm-hmm. So I started doing something, on a side hustle, businesses like Amazon sellings to, car services, website designing business, and a lot of things like that. But then nothing was active. It was always active as much as I was active myself.
Right.
It wasn't some kind of a passive or an entrepreneurship that would, keep the engine going even if I'm taking a break or something like that.
It was more of a hard work.
Correct.
You wanted to do more of a smart work.
Absolutely, yeah. So long story short, I kept moving on in one venture to another venture, kept pushing myself, learned so many lessons from one type of work to another type of work because every had a different nature of it. Finally, about 3 years ago, I came across, an opportunity where I was also looking for financial guidance of my own. I had a newborn in my house, and we were looking for a financial education planning. And I was just looking for a purpose of how do I fulfill that because I had no knowledge about it. And when you really want something out of your heart, and your soul is all in it, and you really want that, the universe up there is doing their magic, right?
It does.
Somehow, when I was looking for this solution for my child, an opportunity came towards me where one of my mentor, who's today, helped me that if you're willing to learn about it, why not you take it into an opportunity and fix it for your family, and how about you learn it the right way and share it with other families out in the world, starting with your family and friends. And I took it as a good challenge. I said, you know what, to myself, if I've done 4 other things on my own, and I know I was proactive, I was not active, and I knew the results, how they came to me. How about this, something that if, I asked him 3 questions at the very first hour at that opportunity. Hey, I don't know this stuff. I'm not an expert. Can someone teach me? Can someone guide me the right way? And they said, yeah, if you're willing to learn, you will learn, and you will gain the results the right way. Then I told him that, is there passive, long-term that I can build into this, and also not just me, I can also help other families build
leave a
their
legacy.
Correct.
Yes.
So that was my main goal. They said yes, it is definitely possible. You can do that, and I kind of believed it, not 100%, but I said, okay, you know what? I have faith in him. Awesome. Let me go with the positive, institute.
Nice.
Let me just go with that, and then I kept learning. The first year was a complete learning, curve for me. At the end of first year, I kind of became very independent of my own, running my own business.
I think because your intentions were pure, you wanted to leave a legacy, you wanted to train other people and coach other people.
Right.
Whatever you learned, you shared. Correct. So the intentions, when they are pure, I'm sure the universe and all the divine powers, they come together to help. Awesome, very nice.
Absolutely.
But now, another question that just intrigues in my mind is, financials are something which I've always heard husbands don't even share with their wives, or wives don't share with their husbands. How do you make sure that your clients, they share that with you? Because it's something very, I don't know what word I should use, but people don't share that.
So, that's a very good question. First of all, I share all my financials with my wife, I'll be honest.
Even I share that. I'm
but
okay.
when it comes to, having families, the clients that I meet on everyday basis, I first of all make sure that I give them a comfortness of all the explanations of all the financial concepts.
Okay.
If they don't have a basic understanding of all the concepts of how financial planning and how the financial prioritizations has to be made and where they are today and where they want to be tomorrow, there's no way they're going to open up their internal information with me, or where I can help them, fill in the gaps, or, make an improvement on their financial aspects. So that is where, we have a proper process of doing a proper, a financial need analysis with them, where we go through a process of giving them a fundamental concepts and explanations of how things are, how they should be working, and how you should be, taking advantage of that process to make it fit into your personal life. And once they get the whole understanding, and, a lot of clarity comes through that type of process during that session, that's when they're like, oh, this makes sense to us. We should have done it this way, or we should have planned it this way. We were not aware of this, or we're, lack of knowledge, or lack of experience, whatever you call it. And that's where, I play a role. And that's where they start trusting you, because the way you explain it to them, the way you understand their needs, the way you understand their risk appetites, or their affordability, or time horizon, how long they're going to afford these things, to plan it the right way throughout their life from young to old age, that is where the trust builds up, and that's when they're trying to do.
Yeah, and it's not, sorry to cut you, it's not that you provide them a bridge, you teach them how to walk on that bridge.
Absolutely,
as well.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah, that's one of the ways where we help them learn, where they help them, make sure whatever they have done, if something is not right, we improve on it, and make sure the next phase of their life, whatever there's a missing gap, we fulfill that as well. That's
So
our
you
main
are a
goal.
teacher, I would say, right? Being an entrepreneur is great, but in our community, in our culture, teacher has the highest place where we call guru, right?
Absolutely.
So you are that because you're coaching people, and financials is something very important. It is said 99% problems get solved by money.
Absolutely.
There would be 1% where we say, okay, universe, God, spirituality or luck favors, but 99% gets solved by that.
Absolutely. So,
you can figure that out.
People have to really realize what financial priorities are. And, I understand lack of knowledge and lack of awareness is very big. It's very high demand in the market today and very low supply of us like professionals. But at the same time, if you can help it improve it your life, it's very easy for you to share your stories. It's very easy to share your experiences so people can learn from you. And then they can take those learnings and execute them the right way. That's the way to go about it.
I'm sure people must be thinking that he's a billionaire because he knows how to make finances. But tell our audience nothing is overnight success. That's what I say. What were some of the challenges, or was there an instance when you decided, I don't want to do it, I'm giving up? Tell us about that.
So, like I said, it's been 3+ years already doing this, helping out the community, helping out the families. First year was just learning. Now it came to a point to me that, I'm at a point that, internally I looked at it myself that, a personal story like my father himself was actually, a stroke survivor about 15 years ago. And I knew the financial pressure that I had to go through, the financial hardship that I had to take. And, it took me a little burden for me to overcome that struggle, overcome that survival mode for past good 10+ years. I did not want another family to suffer that. So that's where I kind of help them, not just giving them a financial guidance, but at the same time making it a little emotional touch at their life is that, hey, we have to make sure that an uncertain times doesn't tell you when it's going to come. You have to be certain in uncertain moments. So that is where, financial prioritizations, financial planning, fulfilling the gaps is the most crucial thing that you can imagine, because you see, if there are minors in the house, it's not their fault. There's no guarantee that another minor could be out there and then help you survive. So that is where, as far as answering your questions and overcoming that challenge, over the last few years, it's just a matter of being consistent. Myself as being a coachable, I have to learn, I have to improve myself on because every family, every case is different case, and I have to literally prepare myself before I go out there and meet the family, and then, understand their needs, understand their problems, and understand
and
what
give them a tailor-made.
It's a customized solution as per their needs and their risk. And that is where, it's about you being coachable and you being consistent at it. We do end up having little ifs and buts, but you know what? At the end of the day, if you really have that consistency and that action taking for that consistency and with learning habits, things do work out.
Yeah, now when I'm talking to you, I'm able to relate to the name, guided gain. So you guide them.
Exactly.
How to gain. Oh, wow. Awesome. I never thought of it.
Yeah.
But, this is so much of knowledge. We find knowledge on internet, but it's very difficult to find that concise knowledge, what is right, what is wrong.
Right.
If someone or you happen to write a book on this, what do you think should be the title of the book?
The title of the book would be I actually looked at it in 2 different languages, to be honest. One language, in English, I would just say, have a plan goal.
Okay.
Or a planned goal. But in Hindi, in another language, I looked at it, I would say laksha. I wanted to have that because, see, if you don't have a goal, you're always running into randomness.
Right.
You have to have a goal. It's okay for you to miss some information, but if you don't set a goal and have a proper desire to achieve it, with an action and the motivation that you want to come out of it, there will be some time for you to get from here to here, but you know what? The obstacles that you face in the middle can always overcome as long as you're determined to achieve that.
Reach there. You know where you want to reach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to, put it in 2 different languages.
So the book by the name Laksha is coming up soon.
Sure.
And then we'll have him again being interviewed. Awesome. So for our audience, I recently started a series called as Wednesday Voice, where I post an acronym for personal growth. I call it magic formula. I know nothing happens with magic. It's all hard work put together. But still, I was trying to make it a little simple, simplified learning. Now, the question to you, if you have to give a magic formula to our audience, how they can convert their passion into business or something related to what you do, what would that be?
So, once again, a very good question. I always look at magic in a very pure form of positive explanation. Like, so you see, for example, magic, the letters are MAGIC. So for me, M stands for motivation.
Okay.
A stands for actually acting, an action on it. Once you're motivated, you have to do something about it. G stands for, is it a goal growth that you're setting, that, are you achieving that goal? And I stands for, which in my opinion, is the most important, inspiration. Are you inspired? Are you looking at other, people? Maybe your competitors, maybe non-competitors. But the point is, you have to wake up every day in the morning, and what are you going to do today that's going to make a change in your surroundings? Are you making a difference with our people around you, in your community, or your family, or relatives, whoever, friends out there? And the last C, consistency, with confidence. You really cannot, achieve a goal with you being consistent. And you might fail, but it's okay to fail. But the next time you got to get up and redo it again, then improve on it. That's the way I look at it, as a magic formula.
Amazing. He gave the acronym magic. I never thought of it. I've been doing, 30, 35 episodes I've done already.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Very nice. I wish I could sit with you and talk more, but I know your time is precious.
Thank you.
So, coming to the conclusion, to our audience, we bring these stories so that you can get inspired. So, if you have that, and I know each one of us have that finances to be taken care of. So Sumir, if people want to reach out to you, would you like to tell our audience how they can reach out to you?
Yeah, absolutely. They can go to the website called guidedgains.com. It has all the contact forms on it. Whatever the situations they're in, we can always help them with estate planning to education planning, retirement planning. There's tax saving optimization. There's so many things that we do.
So many things. Anything related to money?
Right.
That's your go-to person. So reach out to them for all your financial goals and do it now. Don't wait for that day, because life is uncertain. As we talk about it, we don't know what's happening next, and keep inspiring people. So with that, I'll come towards the end of the show, but thank you to our sponsor for this episode. And with that, signing off, your host, Neetu Rishi. Take care.